music is not just a passion, but it helps also children to memorize what they learn in classes. So music helps in education. It helps to brighten the children. It helps to create their intelligence. So like a children who is, you find time spending to learn how to play the keyboard. That time you spend in learning the keyboard, it helps to enlighten you more. It opens your memory.
Consolata Maria, it's so great to meet you here on Zoom.
Yes, me too. Okay, I am Sister Consolata Maria.
Yeah.
I'm from the Congregation of the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, Mother of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm studying here in Rome in Pontifical Institute of Sacred Music. I'm doing my second year license in direction of choir and also in composition.
Okay, so and yeah, you're also a choir director of the Nigerian Youth Choir.
Yes.
So amazing. So what brought you, is the study that brought you from Nigeria to Rome?
Yes, it is for my studies. I was asked by my superior general to come to Rome for the studies. So I came. When I came, I was invited also to help the youths in the parish, to help them to grow and also to teach them choir and assist them in their spiritual life.
That's amazing. So the choir that you're talking about, this choir is in Nigeria?
Yes, in the Nigerian chaplaincy.
Okay. And you travel back and forth to support the choir and then to also study?
Yes.
That's so wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's very wonderful. And I saw also that I read about the choir, and you've done amazing work with the choir.
Thank you.
So where do these children, or the youth, where do they come from in the choir? But are they music students, or are they just what will I say, normal children? Yeah. How do you find these children?
Yeah, they are boys and girls born. Some of them were born here in Italy, in Rome precisely. Some of them they came to study here in Italy. Some of them also came to find living. So during one of my performance in one of the parishes, the chaplain of the parish saw me where I was playing the keyboard for Mass. So he invited me to help the youths. So there we have Masses every Sunday, but the youths, we sing every second Sunday and the last Sunday. So they come for Mass while they sing during the Mass to animate the liturgy.
That's amazing. So they are Nigerian youths that are living in Italy.
Yes.
I see. Oh, that's wonderful. So, and do you also have a choir in Nigeria?
Yes, I have choir in Nigeria. I go a lot for places, parishes to sing during the Mass, and also in my congregation, I am also among the choir the choir group. That because we have a group for the liturgy, group for the choir, whereby during the ceremonies, those in choir, we organize the hymns that we are going to use for. So that is where I learned to organize choir.
And how important are these choirs in Nigeria?
Good. They are very important because you see, even if it is a society that people long to participate, people long to find, because just like in one of the documents of the church, Sacrosanctum Concilium, says that singing helps to make the assembly find participation in the liturgy. So choir is very important in Nigeria, because even if they don't have people who teach them, you see a group of people who come together, yes, just maybe they just learned this song, they can as well teach themselves, but they form a group, maybe 1 or 2 persons, even one person can even start singing during the mass, because in Nigeria, it's very rare for a mass to start without singing. People can just start singing. Yes. So if you think that you have the gift of singing, you find a group of people, you can ask 1 or 2 persons, can we come together to sing in the entrance song? So it's something very important that people long to do.
And like you say, it's that community feel, it's that group of people belonging to something and being together.
Yes.
So in Nigeria, how old are the children or the youths that's part of your choirs?
Like in Nigeria, I started singing. I joined the choir when I was 13. You can as well see some, because in choir we have age like we have youth choir, we have adult choir, we have children choir. You can see children choir from 80 years, 70 years, 60 years. Their parents bring them to church during the practice. Then that is one which you call children choir, because as well in Nigeria we have children mass. We have children mass, like 8 o'clock children mass. So that during the children mass, the children that sings, they sing with the tune that the choir, the singing that they understand. We have also youth choir, like those from 11 years, 12 years, 13 years. Then you have adult choir, those who have married.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
But when you, before you came to Italy and to come and study, what did you also then form choirs there? Were you also then a director of the choirs?
Yes, I was in the choir for a couple of years, and I directed choir. I joined series of choir. Then I also directed. I was also part leader. Like then in my part, I was their leader. During the Sundays, I conduct the mass. I conduct the choir during the mass.
Okay. So you had that. Yeah. So you had that experience.
Yes.
But now in Nigeria and in Africa, there's also the problem of poverty and a lot of people living in poverty. Do you think the choirs are also a way of lifting these people out of their circumstances? Maybe not, like financially, but like spiritually.
Yes, like talk about the spiritual aspect of that. You see, like I remember when I was in one of the choir, we usually sing during the evening mass, and during the evening mass, you see less people, not many members attend evening mass. But during the singing, you see people who are uplifted. They started attending the masses because they enjoy how this choir are singing. Okay, and those who are celebrating their wedding, those who are having wedding ceremony, those who are having burial, they can invite the choir. It helps them in their spiritual life. I see during the communion hymns, you see somebody crying because of the song they heard you singing, or because the way you sang, they enjoyed it. So you see them having emotional for the song that you have rendered. Okay, and it can as well uplift not just the spiritual part of that. It also helps in the financial aspect, because if somebody is having a wedding, the person can invite the choir, and the choir can say, during the mass, you pay us this amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Yeah. So it also helps in the financial aspect that after singing, they pay the choir. Okay? And it helps also those among the choir, if any of the member of the choir have one problem or the other, they can put they can use the money from the pocket to solve one issue or the other. Maybe somebody's graduating, they can as well come for the graduation, give so amount of money to help the person. So it helps both in the spiritual aspect and the financial aspect.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's so wonderful how you described it. And also I think for young people and for, people having hope then, by singing and by thinking, well, it's something that I can do with my voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now from Nigeria, what line of work were you doing? Were you a musician in Nigeria? I mean, you sang in the choir, but was that your full-time job?
No, in Nigeria, I joined choir when I was still a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in secondary school. It wasn't my full job, because we do that because we want to sing. We are singing for God, right? We can't just call it a job, because we do it as a hobby. Okay, we do it as a hobby. Then I was studying. Then after my studies, I taught in primary school, whereby I also help the young children, also teaching them singing, but not now the singing of the choir. Okay, the singing of maybe during graduation they come to sing entertainment song, just like not what you see in the church.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I understand what you mean. Yeah. So you were a teacher, or you are a teacher?
I was a teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and from Nigeria going to Italy, was it a big transition for you?
Actually, yes. It was a big transition, because then when I after my profession, I also taught in school of my congregation. I was helping the young boys and girls, children, teaching them singing. And I also had a studio where I record songs.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was just like a hobby, what I feel like a passion to sing. So in that school, I made a studio where children who have gifts, who think that they can sing. I also had a band group. I also opened band group where I teach them how to sound the band. So when I was asked to come to Italy, I felt that I am leaving something, a treasure.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was seeing myself growing with the children. And even when the president came to the state where I was, it was my children, the children who went to accompany the president with the band group and the singing. So for me, it was a project very interesting, and it was really helping the school. Parents, they started bringing their children to the school. Music is not just a passion, but it helps also children to memorize what they learn in classes. So music helps in education. It helps to brighten the children. It helps to create their intelligence. So like a children who is you find time spending to learn how to play the keyboard. That time you spend in learning the keyboard, it helps to enlighten you more. It opens your memory. So music is, for me, it is also a pathway. It's also a pathway for forming children. I could remember one of the parents who came and said, my son is like this and like this. I thought, okay, bring the son, let him join us in the band. The child started behaving well because it helps in forming them.
That's so true what you're saying, and it's so valuable to have music in schools. And this is my wish, that schools do more for children with, in music, and give them more opportunities, because like you're saying, there's so much that you can do with music also with academic subjects, and like you say, children, the memory, not just the memory, but the different way of thinking when they do music.
Yeah.
Mm. So then you left that all behind and came to Italy.
Yes.
And how was the adjusting to the life in Italy?
Adjusting wasn't difficult. Only I started learning the language.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I started learning the language and also learning the culture of the people. And also, I find that God was really leading me through the musical aspect of my life in Nigeria, and also bringing me to study music here, and also leading me again towards the youths in the parish, and also helping them also. And just my life has been a musical life, let us call it like that.
Amazing. So you could continue doing what you did there, you could continue doing it in Italy.
Yes, I started doing it here, like my youth. They sang during the synod in the Vatican. They have also been invited for one or two things, one or more programs. They have also entertained people, and also during the mass, they also animate mass. So they also see that God wants them to do this, and not just that, they also see it as a hobby. And they are very involved. During the synod last year, 13th September, they were so thrilled to see themselves before the Pope. You know,
Amazing.
it was so wonderful.
Well, I saw on YouTube a video where you were singing, and you yourself has such a beautiful voice.
Thank you very much.
So, do you continue singing?
Yes, I continue singing, and I wish to continue singing.
Yeah, and you're also studying composition.
Yes.
And what is the interest in that?
What interests me in composition is that it is my melody, and it comes, it's a gift, it's an inspiration. I can just maybe be lying down or be walking on the way, a melody will just come. And
Okay.
I just wake up or I take my pen and put it down. And it gives me joy when people are singing it. I see, oh, this is my production.
Oh yeah. So you've already done works that people are singing.
Yes, of course. And people also invite me to compose for them, for competition or for mass or other ceremonies.
Well, you've got such a beautiful story, and I'm so glad that Uchi told me about you, because I also did an interview with him a while ago when he was still in Nigeria. So what a wonderful combination.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. But tell me now, what are the wishes for you for the future?
I always feel that my life is a daily count. What I do today counts for me in the future. And since what I do today counts for me in the future, I take every day as a step, one day at a time. And in the future, I wish that my song will go where my foot cannot go.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm composing and I sing, they move faster. They can arrive where my physical self can't even reach. So I wish that I grow more to meet the demands of the social world. Because I'm also studying very hard to augment myself, to learn, so that in the future I can easily impact what I learn to other people. Because as myself, when I sing, people feel they are in heaven. I wish that I continue singing, and I pray that God continue to grant me the grace and the gifts so that my song will be a healing to people and also to touch lives where my physical hands and my feet cannot reach.
But that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful that you have that dream and that vision. And I so believe that that will come true. Already it has a lot, that you've touched a lot of people with your music and with the fact that you reach out and make the lives of children better and students better. That's already such a great achievement.
Thank you.
And so will you also be going back to Nigeria? Do you want to still do work there?
Yes, like in our life as religious, you are where the congregation wants you to stay. When I finish my studies, I will report to the Mother General and tell her, I have finished my studies. She decides, are you going back to Nigeria? I'll say, yes, I go back to Nigeria. You stay here? Yes, I'll stay here.
Okay.
So, and I live my life in such a way that what our life demands is what I'm going to do. For my children in Nigeria, I wish them well. And some of them still contact me to teach them online. I also have online courses for children. I teach them singing. I also help them in their voice. Some of them has contacted me to help them in training their voices and also in teaching them maybe how to compose and also how to play the keyboard. So not just I'm here, I'm also working in Nigeria and I'm here working here.
Amazing. But how wonderful that we can do that, that we have now this possibility to be online and be able to do that. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Consolata Maria, I'm so grateful that I could talk to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And send my best wishes to Uchi as well. And I'm so happy that he's also in Italy and that you got to know each other and that you are both happy there.
Yeah, thank you. He told me about this invitation, and I was so glad also to have it. And I thank God for him also, who has also sent him my way to do this interview. It is something of a treasure to me to have this invitation from you. I am also very grateful to you also. Thank you.
It's a great, great pleasure.
Allah